Hello everyone, Grace Mellody here, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm very excited because it's the first episode of my brand new series DIYdol. So what I'm going to be doing every week is I'm going to be showing you how I make various things as well as trying other DIY projects. So today I'm going to be making a little onigiri bowl by needle felting. So I'm just showing off some of the tools now that I use. So this is like a bunch of needles. That's for like the main work, like once it's done. This is the single needle, and that's mostly what I'll be using as that's better for the final details and getting the shape. Using multiple needles is better for once the shape's already there, just to kind of finish it. So here you can see the different wool I'll be using. So it's a pretty simple needle felt. It's just two colours, a white and then a dark green. I would recommend using a slightly darker green than this, but this was unfortunately the darkest one that I had. So next you're going to take some of the white wool and make sure you pull it out quite slowly, just so you don't pull out way too much, because it's a little bit difficult to fit back into the packet if you do pull out too much. So you want to make sure that you take about the amount that you can fit into a 5 or a 10p or a dime for my American viewers, and once you have the right amount out, you're going to want to slowly start pulling it apart. This is just to kind of help it separate a bit so you can mold it into the shape you want. So just separate it as finely as you can so you can see all of the strands, and the more you do that, the easier it'll be to mold it into the shape that you want. The next step is to mold it into a little triangle shape around your finger, and then place it on your little foam board. You can also use a sponge if you don't have one, and just start felting in the sides to really make those defined edges of the triangle. Try to keep it quite rounded because you want it to look like the onigiri. You don't want it to be just a sharp triangle with sharp corners. They need to be quite rounded. So that's something to be very careful of, and just keep felting until it's about halfway hard. You don't want to go too far because then you won't be able to add the seaweed. So up next you're going to take some of the green wool in the same way. You only need a little bit for this, and again you're going to just rip it apart slowly and then start folding it so you can make it into a small little rectangle. You don't want to make it too long because then it'll take over the onigiri, but you want to make it long enough so that it'll stick out a little bit on both sides as well as underneath. Once your seaweed is ready, then you can start placing it onto the onigiri. If it's a little bit short for your onigiri, what you can do is you can felt in the base and make a little hole just so it fits more snugly. Once you have a shape that you're happy with and the seaweed can fit in snugly, start felting it into place. Make sure you don't go through the other side of the rice, otherwise the green will show on that side, so you have to be careful to either only go halfway or go through the seaweed on the other side. Once you're happy with the seaweed, you can begin felting the rest of the onigiri just to make it more firm and perfect the shape. Once again, make sure that you don't take the white through the green or vice versa, or else it will show on the other side. Once you're happy with how your onigiri bowl looks, you can get some scissors and start snipping off any of the little edges that might be sticking out, just to give it a more cleaned and polished look. You can carry on felting if you feel like it needs it through this process, and that's it, that's the last step. So congratulations, you have a little onigiri bowl. Personally, what I like to do with my little felts is I hot glue a keyring on top so people can use them as keyrings, and I sell them on my Etsy shop. So if you'd be interested in buying something like this, please head over to etsy.co.uk. My store name is Mellody Art, and yeah, I sell prints, I sell needle felts, I sell all sorts of things, and yeah. This is just a fun little felt. I thought it'd be something nice to start the channel with. I've done a few onigiri bowls in the past and people seem to love them, so I thought it'd be a nice way to start. If you don't want to add key rings to it, another thing you can do is you can thread some simple ribbon or thread through the top of it. You can make it into a little hanging ornament. I made a few of these as Christmas decorations a few years ago. That was a really fun idea. But yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you want with it. You can have it standing on your desk, anything. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you liked the outcome, and if you have tried this yourself, please show me pictures, send me pictures on my Instagram, on my Twitter, wherever you like. I would love to see what you guys create with needle felt, whether it's onigiri or something else. I'd just love to see it because it's something that I absolutely adore to do. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to suggest anything else for future episodes of DIYdol, don't hesitate to comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next week!